Hello students, welcome to Drishti IAS. My name is Saloni Nandkyodier, and in this video we are going to analyze the recent missile deal which has been signed between India and the US. So India and US have signed a deal that is worth $93 million, where we are going to receive the Javelin missile system and Excalibur tactical projectiles or Excalibur shells from the United States. And the aim of this deal is to strengthen India's precision strike capability, strengthen India's deterrence capability, and integrate seamlessly with existing force structures. So there are also some key terms that have been used in this agreement which I want to highlight, which are that it is going to help India in strengthening its homeland security and providing deterrence from regional threats. So it talks about strengthening India's present and future defense capabilities to A. strengthen its homeland security and B. provide deterrence from regional threats. Now every country is going to have some regional threats. In India's case, the current regional threats come from Pakistan and China because of the highly unstable relationship, highly volatile relationship that we have with both the nations. So this deal talks about increasing or strengthening our homeland security and also providing deterrence from regional threats. However, the deal has also specified that this is not going to bring any instability in the region. On the contrary, it aims at bringing about global peace and security and development in the Indo-Pacific and South Asian region. It is not meant for providing or bringing about any instability in the region. Now, if we talk about the missile system and the shells, so these things become important for our exam. The technology that is being used behind these things become important because how is it going to strengthen our defense system? It gets very important for us to understand that. So let's begin with the Javelin missile system. So this Javelin missile system is a man-portable. It is a man-portable anti-tank missile system. Man-portable meaning it can be carried by the soldiers on their back. It is man-portable. It can be carried by the infantry, which means it is going to be lightweight, and this is an anti-tank missile system. So it is going to strengthen our already existing anti-tank capability, like we have the NAG. So it is going to strengthen our existing anti-tank missile capability, and it is a man-portable system. Now, how is it going to strengthen our capability? Because of the fire and forget technology. Fire and forget technology that it uses. This means that the soldiers can simply fire this and forget about it. They don't need to navigate it through the target. It can find its own way and it is going to hit the target because it works on the fire and forget technology. And what core technology is it using? That gets very important for us. So the core technology that is being used behind this fire and forget capability is the IIR speaker or imaging infrared speaker. Now, let's understand how this thing works. Please note that every tank is going to release some heat because of its engine, because of its exhausts. So it is going to release heat, and there is going to be a heat signature for every tank. Now these IIR seekers, they're kind of working as our thermal cameras. They're going to provide thermal imaging of the tank. They're going to provide the heat signature of that tank, the lock-in heat signature of that tank. So how is this missile system going to work? Once it is fired, it is going to lock itself, lock on to the heat signature of the tank, which means that wherever the heat signature will go, this is going to follow. The missile system is going to follow. Wherever the tank goes, the heat signature will go, and wherever the heat signature goes, this missile system will follow, and it will automatically hit the tank. That is why the soldiers can just fire and forget about it, because it is going to lock itself onto what? To the heat signature of the tank by making use of the imaging infrared seekers, the IIR seekers. That is why this becomes an extremely sophisticated missile system. And if we talk about the approach that this missile system is using, so this is a top attack mode. So how is this going to be fired? Once the soldier fires this, there's going to be a soft launch. Missile is not going to burn the soldier. There's going to be a soft launch. Full ignition is going to happen mid-air. There will be a soft launch. The missile is fired, it will go up, and then finally it will come down and it will attack the tank from the top, where the armory is the weakest. So the armory for the tank is the weakest on its top, and this is going to attack from the top. This missile system is going to attack from the top where the armory for the tank is weakest. So this is the top attack mode from a soft launch model. So this makes this technology highly sophisticated, highly reliable, highly safe to use, and that is why this is a big achievement for India, that we are now adding this missile system also into our defense capabilities. The Javelin missile system, which is man-portable, lightweight, uses the fire and forget technology by making use of IIR seekers. Now let's move on to the Excalibur shells. Excalibur shells or bullets. Now these are going to strengthen our precision strike capability. How? So they are going to make use of GPS, of sensors, and then strengthen our precision strike capability. So once you fire this bullet, once this is fired, then it is going to make use of the GPS, make use of the sensors, and identify its target, so that it doesn't just go and blast everything and cause a lot of what? Collateral damage. A lot of damage is caused when everything is blasted, and that damage is named as collateral damage. So you want to minimize that, and that will be minimized if we are making use of sensors, if we are making use of GPS, so that our bullet hits only and only the target and reduces the collateral damage that comes along with it. So that is why it is going to strengthen our precision strike capability. And not only this, it is also going to reduce our ammunition loss, because one shell will be enough for one target because of its precision capability, because of its highly precise capabilities. One shell is going to be enough to destroy one target. So it is going to bring down our ammunition cost also and ammunition loss also. That is why both these systems are extremely sophisticated systems that we are getting from the United States. So these are the technologies that are being used behind both the systems, which become important for our examination. But there's another analytical angle to it. So let's understand that in terms of the India-US relations. So this deal is basically strengthening India-US relations, because we right now saw a very volatile situation, which was in the form of the trade war and the tariff war, the ongoing tariff war that we saw between India and US, where the situations were not good. But with something like this, we can be sure that things are now moving in a different direction. But at the same time, we also need to understand that here we are talking about an unstable partner, which is the US, and US is not really known for its reliability. If we look at the past events, because of the highly volatile situations that we see over here with our relations, we first had the trade war, tariff war, and now we have this deal. So if we're getting all these things, great, we are diversifying our defense options, that is great, but at the same time we also need to make sure that we are increasing our self-reliance by ensuring that we also get the technology transfer, the know-how of these missile systems or these shells, so that if need be, we can either co-produce or produce these things entirely on our own also, because of the unreliability of the situation. And right now things are not clear if we are going to assist in co-production, if we are going to get the technical know-how or not. There are talks about getting fire systems or propeller systems, primers and everything, repair services. We are also getting some technical data, but we are not sure what that technical data is going to comprise. Is it going to be the technological transfer? We are not sure about that. But India needs to make sure, so as to survive in the situation, in the world that we are in right now, we need to make sure that we keep on strengthening our self-reliance capabilities and do not over-rely on any one partner or a group of partners. We diversify our options, and that is what we have been doing in our defense imports also. Because our defense imports, US stands at the 3rd position. We have Russia, then France, and then the US. Now, over time, our dependence on Russia has been decreasing, and other Western nations like France, US, it has been increasing. If we talk about the dependence on Russia, it has been decreasing. It earlier used to be more than 70%, then it was also 55 or 60%, and then finally it has come down to some 36%. So over the years, over the past decades, from 2010 to 2024, we have reduced a lot of our dependence on Russia. However, right now also the largest import partner that we have for defense is Russia, but the dependence is decreasing because A, we are diversifying our options, and B, we are also relying on self-reliance, on Atmanirbhar Bharat vision that we have, and that is very, very important for countries like India, because right now we live in a multipolar world. So we need to make sure that we keep on signing these kinds of deals, excellent, but at the same time we also keep on strengthening our indigenous capabilities and also work towards getting the technological know-how or co-production capabilities. So that was all for this video. I hope you found the analysis to be productive. Now let us look at a practice question for prelims. Consider the following statements about the FGM-148 Javelin. 1. It is a man-portable fire and forget anti-tank missile. 2. It uses imaging infrared seeker technology. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. This is a straightforward question. If you have listened to everything carefully, you will be able to answer this. Please provide your answers in the comment section, and we will meet in a new video. Thank you for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.